What's going on, y'all? It's Greg. Greg said it. Y'all, this weather is hot, raining, and it's cool. And I feel like fall. Straw starting to fall. It's cool. It's real cool. I mean, you talking about August is really the hottest month. It's interesting. The seasons is changing, and time is moving fast. Speaking of moving fast, football is here. Shedeur and those Browns, they have their first game this Friday. I ordered me a new box, the box situation, and hopefully be here by this Friday so I can see what it do. But everybody's gonna be tuned in. Who can be tuned in? Because this is hot news. The whole situation with all that Shedeur has accomplished. People got hurt left and right. First Pickett, then Gabriel joined, then all of a sudden it's like Shedeur had a sore arm. I can imagine him having a sore arm because of the fact that when you throwing that much, okay, yeah, that's part of it. But when you throwing stop, go. And then he's doing extra, so you got to factor that. People say, he don't got that many reps. Well, he's making up for the reps before and after practice. But he's used to it. But at the same time, like he said, going hot, cold. It's like you got to warm up all over again. And I heard the coach say, well, you just got to stay warmed up. All of them have to stay warmed up, and I get that. Shedeur's in a different situation. The reality is, Shedeur, and they hate this about him, he's always been in a position of being in the front. He's always been the starter. He started as a freshman in college. They can say, oh, because his dad was there, but he produced. He won all kinds of awards, year rights, all that. So it's like, he's proven. He went all the way to his senior year and won the Golden Arm Award. What can you say? Did his dad get him that? He's almost really to say, if his dad wasn't who it is and you wouldn't hate on him, would he have got the All-American award he should have got? He would have been All-American. He didn't. He put the numbers up. He's been there. He's been doing it long enough. He should have been All-American right with Travis, just like he should have been in the Heisman race. But because of his daddy, he caught a lot of flack, a lot of lies about him, a lot of slander, and a lot of minimizing what he did, all the way up to now. It's a scary thing to see. No matter what he do, he can find a way to say, he ain't did that. He did it. It's just practice. It's just mini camp. It's just OTA. Oh, it's just the fourth string. It's just third string. It's always a moving of the goalposts, which we've seen all the years at Colorado. What can you say? He's in a situation where he do all of that, and they still list him as fourth string. And when you finally think he's going to get just to shine because everybody hurt, they bring in another quarterback. Now, I don't blame him, because all it takes is some quarterback get hurt, another quarterback hurt. You ain't got no quarterbacks. You got to have at least three. Flacco might not play at all a little bit, and then you just going to leave Shedeur, and anything pop up with him, boom, you ain't got no quarterback. So I get them bringing another one. But the reality is what it looks like is the fact that somebody has waited their turn, and their time is here because other people move out the way who you had them behind not getting the reps. And it's like, oh, he finna eat. And it's like, oh, is that a problem? Because what's likely to happen? You put Shedeur out there with people who not starting, and he really get to show who he really is or what level he on, he can torch these people. Because the reality is Shedeur a first-round draft pick or not? Not what you call him, not what you think he is, but it will show. Because all the first-rounders, they don't play against the third string. They don't go against, they're not usually at the bottom of the depth chart. So they don't really go against people who their talent's supposed to be better than. So it's like if Shedeur is going off on that third and fourth strings, because, oh, it's them. Well, what you saying about him? That's what he's supposed to be, right? So clearly he's not that, because he's dominating and it's easy. So either way you put it, you making it that he don't belong there. So when you put him in these games and, you take the first string out the field and you leaving this really, truly first round, first pick quality talent out there who normally in a real situation, he would be not playing, come off the field like the other first string. You leave him out there, he gonna show that he don't belong there. And what that looks like is you put him out on the field and he picked them apart like the JV team they are. And you gonna say he JV. Well, he showed look like he varsity compared to the rest of them. That ain't that the excuse you give on why he down there throwing all the touchdowns. Well, he doing that against them, and Pickett them was going to get the first. Well, when he went against the first, his number still was high. His percentage still was high. You got all the excuses. And no matter how much Pickett screw up, they find something positive to say. They hurry up and slide over Shedeur. They hurry up and say, well, he should be all right. But, Gabriel, I'm talking about, and Pickett. But Gabriel, he can have a horrible day. And they still find something positive to say. He put on his underwear well. I mean, it's like some weird stuff. They come up with something to say positive if it kills them. But the reality is this. He can get out there and expose himself because he ain't really been that consistent. And we ain't had a chance to see it. But now you can't hide it. And it's like, it's only so long you can play over Shedeur and hide what he's doing. It's only so long. Because at some point, you're going to see, oh, one of them better than the other. There's no longer clips on the internet, but you're going to see one of them moving the ball down the field, one of them scoring. One thing Shedeur has consistently done is score touchdowns. Up there at camp and his whole college career. One thing you know he's going to do, he's going to put up 3 to 4 touchdowns a game. Why is that a problem? What happens if he's the only one, like his stats showing in Cleveland? What if he's the only one scoring 3 or 4 touchdowns a game? That's going to look really dumb for him to be the 4th-string quarterback, and he end the preseason with 8 to 12 touchdowns. And they got none or 1 or 2. The numbers ain't going to lie. And he going to do it because you got him out there with inferior talent. And you trying to make him inferior, you looking dumb because he's going to just do what he been doing. And you going to make it like, oh, he ain't doing it against no real talent. Well, that's your problem. You don't want to put him out there against the inferior talent as if he was inferior. And when his numbers look better, you're just going to keep coming up with excuses. What do you do? What do you do? They put him out there on that field. Shedeur going to walk away with at least 7, 8 touchdowns, and it was a 3-game period. And it's going to look bad because typically during the preseason game, nobody really showing out like that because the people who can show out like that, they usually off the field. That's why you take them off because it's just a waste, say they body, the energy. The people who left on the field usually don't ball out like that because they finna make somebody team. And it's rare that you see that. It's rare that you see a 3rd-string, especially 4th-string quarterback come out there and just, boo, that's rare. That show you he don't belong there. It's like if you draft Cam Ward and made him 4th-string, he gonna stand out. You drafting the number 1. That's what you expect, right? You expect him to be good. You're not gonna put him out there and everybody who works something on the bench or ain't even dressed out, and you leave him on the field, it's gonna look like he don't took over because it's not a good talent match. And they don't set themselves up for that with Shedeur. He's going to be playing against lower quality DBs. He's going to be playing against people about to get cut. And that's what they say, oh, you playing against the water boy. Well, that's who's finna be out there. The people who trying to get evaluated. And the worst part about it, he going to help some people make the team on his team, and he going to help people on the other team get cut. Because he don't supposed to be out there. He going to expose them. He going to expose people who really going to be at the UFL in Canada. Because that's who you put them out there with. And you got to put them out there with them because you dare not put them out there with the starters. You're going to find a way not to put them out. So you're going to put Flacco out there. You'll bring Pickett back. You'll bring Gabriel back. But I'm going to tell y'all something about them hamstrings. Rush back if you want to. Groin, hamstring, quad, rush back if you want to. You finna have a long season. But you got to get back because you worry about Shedeur. You got to get back because you don't want him to take off. Rush back if you want to. You guaranteed to get another injury. Either favoring that or pushing that too far and just making it worse. Making it worse when you try to come back too soon, you're 100%. Them soft tissue, you got to sit down somewhere. So they need to sit down somewhere this preseason, but they can't afford it. But what they also can't afford to do is rush back and then re-injure it. Before the season is halfway done, you don't, well. And one thing about that second one, you just might ride that thing out because it's finna keep doing it. It's interesting. It's a scary truth that I've been trying to tell people for a long time. Some people been bringing up other content creators and things of that nature. And these people are starting to realize it ain't about being negative. It's about you not being realistic. You can't be mad at me about the truth. Because the reality is, these people clearly are playing a game with him. Oh, you do all that, you still fourth string. Oh, you do all of that. There's nothing about nothing that they're saying or showing that they want to make him the guy. You bring people, I see even Herman Edwards come on there talking crazy. Well, you know, about all them good people, I know you're talking nonsense, trying to make everybody equal. It's only equal when Shedeur involved, and he doing good. And then you got to equal out everybody else to bring them at their level, even though he clearly outperforming them. But if they was outperforming him, they wouldn't, Shedeur equal, they wouldn't do that. At the end of the day, he's still talking about, I know somebody really good down in Texas. Fool, how you know? How you talking, dumb? You sound like how you know he good? He ain't even played but a couple games. If Shedeur only played a couple games in 3 years and people tell me he real good, they swear it's daddy ball. But come on, let them be the eye. One thing I don't like is a foolish hypocrite. It makes no sense at all. You give him all that credit, but then everything Shedeur do, you want to write off. Well, he ain't did nothing yet. Well, he ain't played no competition. But he actually played. Well, it's just against Jackson State. Well, it's just against the Pac-12. Well, he ain't playing in the SEC. You always got something to diminish what he's doing. But you going to say, oh, well, the quarterbacks come out this year. Nobody checking for them. Who coming out next year? Nobody know but the people in the NFL this year. It's not like the year before when you had guys come out. Like, nobody making no noise that's coming out being a senior this year. For real. Nobody. You say last year was a weak class. Who are these nobodies? These ain't nobody who's going to make no noise in the NFL. These ain't no generational talents. So who you acting like coming out next year? That you could say, oh, they just waiting for who to come out next year. Who? They ain't even better than Gabriel. No, nobody knew who they was. You knew who Gabriel was last year. You knew who Shedeur was. Who you know that's coming out next year? All the guys who was making noise last year was here in the NFL this year. Ewing, Miro. You know Beck ain't hit on that. That's why he's still there. If they would hit on something, they would have came out this year. There's no guys that was juniors last year that came out that's going to be seen this year that's really just making noise like that for you to be acting like everybody garbage this year and everybody waiting on these wonderful class next year. We don't even know who they are. They're nobodies. They don't have no real weight on their name or what they accomplished. Nobody was checking for them because they couldn't outperform Shedeur in college. So how are they going to bypass him next year? He clearly was the best quarterback last year. That's why he won the doggone award. And Cam Ward was right behind him. That's why he was drafted #1. So who are you saying that's coming out next year that was overshadowed by these boys last year that is going to do so great this year? First of all, they ain't did nothing clearly because you weren't talking about them. They wasn't in the top guys. So what you assuming they're going to do something great this year for them to be able to override and come in the NFL with no experience and override these boys who you said you need to slow roll them into them, let them get experience. And these guys going to come in fresh out of college and have some miraculous year that they didn't have before and going to come and overtake Shedeur and these other quarterbacks. Because they just placeholders for this group. Who is this wonderful group that's supposed to be coming out next year? Nobody. We don't know you because you ain't did nothing. All y'all are miniature Mannings. All y'all are hyped up folks, but y'all Shedeur hyped up. He hyped up with numbers, but y'all hyping up a dude who ain't did never be a backup for 2 years. And you act like he got the right to come out in 3 years, and he ain't even did that in 2. Why wouldn't he stay all 4 years? He ain't did nothing. But he's so good. Based off of what? How you can assume he good, but then write off everything Shedeur has accomplished as, oh, he ain't proven nothing. Hot garbage. It's the dumbest mess I ever seen. It's about as dumb as a lot of other stuff going on in the world and what people jump on the bandwagon with. People have no brains in their heads. It makes no sense. It ain't even about preference. It makes no sense. It's not logical that you can say anybody from that group is going to come in and outdo anybody in this group if they ain't already did it. Unless you saying based off of what they're going to do in the future. And that ain't even happened yet. That's a prediction, a projection. You can't prove that they better than what just came out. especially Shedeur, because he had better numbers than you when he was there, and you was nobody. Your percentage rate has not been nowhere near his. Your touchdowns, your yardage. Only person that was close, really, was Cam Ward, and look where he went. And he stayed extra year to do it. Get out of here. And they weren't even checking on him the year before. How you go from nobody to the #1 pick in 1 year? Who used to be the #1 pick? People who was #1 the whole freaking college, like a Travis Hunter. That's a #1 pick because he been doing it. Since a freshman, he was that guy. Since high school, he was that guy. Cam Ward went from a nobody to a #1 pick. If that ain't make-believe, I don't know what it is. It's a Disney movie. Y'all can't even write. He ain't win no championship. I don't say this 100 times. He didn't win no conference championship. He didn't win no Heisman. He didn't really win. He won a major quarterback award. He didn't even win D. I don't care about nobody. That wasn't the major quarterback award. Only major now because Shedeur won it. And then you want to say, well, the other award is more important. No one, because it ain't been that before. He ain't won nothing. His career, all his records always end up similar to Shedeur. It was like that at Washington State. And it really, Miami ended up very similar to Colorado. He didn't do nothing significant from the year before to this year. He had a better year. He had better yardage. Yeah, he had a better team. A team that didn't have to rebuild. He just jumped in the spot of a prior quarterback and rode it. And he had the talent around him in a sorry conference, but nobody questioned his conference. Nobody said, oh, these low lists, ACCs all of a sudden got credibility when you want to leverage him in Miami. But if Shedeur was at Miami, they would have dogged, oh, nobody know ACC. Who that? Oh, they got to play Georgia Tech. Clemson ain't what they used to be. You can say all that crap, but you can make it a good thing when somebody else there, but it's bad when that's the stuff that's ridiculous. It's low-minded. Nobody with nothing less than a simple mind would believe that. Because you can easily look at the stats and all. You can hype it up all you want. You can't even back it up. It's an ugly thing. But I know one thing. They put that boy on the field, they're going to have a whole nother problem. Because his numbers going to be better than all the other ones. And it's because they ain't playing. It's only going to expose them more and more and more. And we're not going to act like Cleveland won the ball. I'm not. Well, somebody's going to come get him. I doubt it. They ain't come get him in the draft. They in on it. How this thing going to end, they're just going to look really dumb. And the people going to have to just go ahead and whatever, and see who falls first. Them or they'll try to make him. But you're going to see what this thing really all about. And it probably ain't what you think it is. I'm just Greg City. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, and I'll be talking to y'all soon.